It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Oklahoma City Thunder in their house, Chesapeake Energy Arena. A lot of W's recently for this Oklahoma City team. This is a game they'll want.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
From the plains of Oklahoma, welcome high above downtown Oklahoma City. It's time for some hoops at the Chesapeake Energy Arena, home of the Thunder here in downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And we're going to bring it to you live on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring and with pregame routine.
Well, guys, we know.
Yeah, he's special, DA. Absolutely. Thanks. Interconference battle tonight, Brent. You could feel the change in atmosphere when you go up against a rival.
No doubt about it.
It's
and
amazing.
Not only the teams are feeling it, but there's something to the fan bases who understand. Oh, these guys. I don't care if we win another game, but we want to win this game
one,
tonight.
Yeah. That's important. Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Powell. He's out there with Doncic, and it's Barea in at the 1 spot. Clock at 6. Robertson finds Morris. They get it back. And the Mavericks with possession. Pass to Powell. Here's Kleba, covered by Morris. That one good for 2.
Now, the defense certainly wasn't bad, but they've got to be a little bit quicker on contesting the shot.
Outside, George. Back to Robertson. They get a hand on it. Fast break, Dallas. And Doncic gets it to go.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Westbrook against Barea. And Westbrook gets it to go.
And I ask you, what can you do? This guy is a phenomenal decision maker.
Down low. Here's Kleba. Count that one. Kleba's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And right in the teeth of the defense, making a statement early in this one.
Yeah, pinpointing the rim protection with that attack, and no one makes enough of an effort there to stop him.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
And here are the Thunder now. 6-point game. And George kicks to Robertson. Barea against Westbrook. Out to Morris. Launches a 3. He can't get that one to fall. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
To the paint, here's Barea, and Adams sends it back.
Well, Adams quick off his feet there. With that size and length, tough to shoot over.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you look back at that 2012 finals, the Thunder lost in 5 games to the Heat. And you looked at that young talent, Durant, Westbrook, Harden, now all MVP award winners, along with Serge Ibaka, a young, talented, energetic Serge Ibaka, and it felt like that was a team that was going to rule the West for a very long time.
And that one, good.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Here's Westbrook. A 20-point game for him in the win against Denver. Passes it to Adams. Kicks it to Robertson. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Morris, no good.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
this is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
What I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's George. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. George has got his first bucket in this one.
Paul George finding some ways now to be effective on the inside.
Got that one up quick.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Robertson kicks to Westbrook. Shoots over Barea. The shot's good from Westbrook.
Well, that's a shot that Westbrook has learned to use well. When he's hitting that one, it's going to open up some lanes later in the game.
There's the triple. It's hauled in by George. And so George will bring it up for Oklahoma City. They trail by 9 points. No good on the three. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Dallas moving it around. Good work there as it goes. 5 points in the game.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing. The passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Robertson kicks to Westbrook. Shoots over Barea. Westbrook, no good. Mavericks leading by 11. Billy Donovan has faced a tough job in Oklahoma City, Brent. Star players leaving town. Some even criticizing him after they left.
The circumstances of Billy Donovan moving off of what he did at the University of Florida and making that a powerhouse Division I basketball program. It's been very interesting to have Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant to begin your career, and then pushing that team to almost beating the Golden State Warriors, losing in a Game 7 to losing Kevin Durant. Billy Donovan's seen a lot in the early part of his career. The hopes is that he continues to grow and learn. Really happy with the hire of Billy Donovan and what he brings to the table in terms of his basketball acumen.
Powell for three. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. It feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Robertson. And Dallas with a change here too. Porzingis is checked in for Dwight Powell. And Adams kicks to Westbrook. Pass to Morris. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4. Mavericks leading by 12. That's tipped. Barea kicks to Porzingis over Morris, and it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Barea.
The high release point, and Porzingis' shot just really impossible to get to.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Russell Westbrook has surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Mavericks team out there.
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, they're taking care of the ball. They're attacking on defense, and this has them out to a big lead after 1.
On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Mejri. Porzingis is out there with Doncic. Then it's Devin Harris. A 3 from Porzingis. Another 3 for Dallas.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Thunder trailing by 19. Got a piece of it. The pass to Schroeder. High post shot. Mavericks with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Playing on the road, always a challenge, but it becomes a heck of a lot easier when you can shoot the three ball the way they did.
I just like their confidence. Even when they did miss, it felt like that's the shot they were designing to get, so it never seemed to faze them.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Count that one.
So off the bounce, Russell's been good, but he's getting better setting up without the ball. He's really improving with his touch on those kind of shots.
Knocks down the three ball.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Getting open in the NBA, not an easy task, and there are a lot of players that are so good moving off the ball.
I think the first couple guys that come to mind are J.J. Redick and Kyle Korver. Old school style in which they operate like a Rip Hamilton, and if you go back, Mitch Richmond, where they're using a multitude of screens, seemingly never stopping during an offensive possession and causing some kind of confusion. So JJ and Kyle Korver are still doing exemplary jobs of off-ball movement. Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
Porzingis kicks to Harris. From the line, and the basket good by Mejri.
It's contagious. Every guy on the team working to keep this streak alive.
It's so fun when you're rolling like this. You just want it to continue as long as possible. And right now, fingertips are ablaze. And it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence.
Takes the three. Another three for Dallas.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, there are good fouls, and then there's those fouls. That's not a good one. Limits himself on defense, and he can't nearly be as physical for the rest of the period.
Here's Westbrook. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
You can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. I'd like to see his guys step up a little more.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like. Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Shot from 12, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Westbrook's got 7 points for the quarter. Dallas leading by 23. Three-pointer. Another three for Dallas.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
A lot of high hopes for Schroeder when he signed his 4-year deal back in 2016. His development hasn't continued at a high level, at least high enough for some people to take notice. So shooting from a distance is still an issue for the young point guard.
Good on the three-point shot. 12 points for Luka Doncic.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Devin Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Steven Adams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Barea comes in for Harris. Adams plays it up and banks it in. Well, with Schroeder, he just isn't consistent enough from three-point range as point guards need to be today.
Well, last season was just a shade under the 30% range. He's still a great scorer by slashing and going to the rim, but that's going to tire you out. Teams back off and make you prove it. See if Dennis can find some consistency from that range to be more dangerous.
And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Schroeder. Westbrook's got 18 points in the game.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective. Yeah, he's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
Adams, the pass to Schroeder. There's the lob to Adams. And it's Westbrook missing. And so here is Dallas. Nowitzki for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
And Nowitzki is one of the deadliest shooters of all time. Every time he lets it go from deep, you just get the feeling it's going in.
And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That's his first foul. And the Thunder making a switch here. Robertson, he's checked in. And Dallas also making a switch. Lee's checked in. Here's Adams, and the layup's good off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
From deep, Barea sinks the three-pointer. He's got 5.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Schroeder kicks to Robertson. Nobody near George. Another shot. Adams' shot is good.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
43 seconds left to play here in the half. Adams has gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Barea surveying the floor. Noel against Nowitzki. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another 3 for Dallas.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I also like the adjustments that they've made. Each time they're defended a little bit differently, they seem to have the answer for it.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip end.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Gets it off, and oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
He felt like time was winding down, saw the opening, nailed the shot.
A dominating first half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, they built this lead in large part because of the sharpshooters off the bench. The subs played a superb game. Get it? Sub, superb. Oh, I'm rolling tonight. I mean, they played like starters.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
Well, the bottom line, Ernie, they got to defend the three-point line much better. They were concentrating all their effort into protecting the paint, and these guys were standing behind the line, yakum, splaka kataya, and that strategy backfired, Ernie. They gave up far too many open looks, and all those threes killed them.
And that wraps up the halftime show.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Robertson, the backcourt. Steven Adams is out there with Morris, and it's George in at the 3 slot. Left side, Adams shoots over Doncic. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got 10 points in the game.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
In the corner, Powell with it. Dallas moving it around. Doncic passes to Barea. And that one drops. 7 points in the game. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Poked away. They push it up. 4 on 3. It's stolen by Morris. From outside the arc, and there's George. That's good on the assist by Westbrook.
A lot of points coming from Paul George from the three-point line over the past couple seasons. The D has to play out on him, and that creates the space.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. To the inside. It's stolen by Adams. The pull-up. The second chance effort. Morris, no good.
You got to make that. The defense was far from terrible, but, man, that's an easy shot.
Takes the 13-footer. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
And Russell Westbrook, he is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation?
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fire, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
For Dallas, they have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Grant, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Felton comes in for Andre Robertson. Then for the Mavericks, Measury, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Nowitzki comes in for Dwight Powell. And Devin Harris subbed in for J.J. Barea. Here's Westbrook.
I know it's just 2, but man, that's a nice 2. Westbrook with the insane creativity.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Brent, the league is shaking things up as far as training and evaluation of referees. Do you think it'll result in getting a higher percentage of calls correct? They're pretty good as it is now.
The referees are fantastic.
They are.
And the fact that we're even having a discussion about a higher percentage of correct calls, Kevin, I would just like to have a higher percentage of correct calls for the rest of this game with you.
Well, good. This guy next to me handed me this card. It wasn't my idea. It was this guy over here. Yeah, well, he said, ask Brent about the refereeing.
We need the stats, guys.
Yeah. Oh, we do. Yeah. Thank you. Mavericks have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. To the middle. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Steven Adams picks one up. For Dallas, they have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line. First free throw is good. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Oklahoma City. Felton dishes to Morris. Westbrook passes to Felton. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Noel's checked in for Steven Adams. The Thunder shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Well, you think back to a time when people wondered if...
Oh, man.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Off the inbound. And it's Noel missing.
Yeah, I think the defense made an impact on that play, making the shooter feel a bit uncomfortable on release.
Nowitzki for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
And until someone stops him, he's just going to continue to keep firing from distance.
Yeah, we got to be a DEFCON 1 here, because at this point, he is so dialed in, you got to get him off his spots.
And it's Westbrook missing.
Well, the D looks like they're laying off just a little bit. He made 1 3 in the first half, but they're still daring him to shoot, and he can't make him pay for it. You can tell right now the teammates are scanning the floor to find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
1:29 left to play in the third. That one falls. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, Westbrook, you fear this. He gets locked in early in games like this. It could be a monster performance.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And here now the Thunder. Knocked away. Harris on the double team. Now here's Grant. D right on him with his first shot attempt.
Somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
Drills it from outside. 20 points for Nowitzki.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Westbrook finds Noel. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Grant the pass to Westbrook. And Noel throws it down.
Westbrook draws so much attention, so takes advantage there, finds a teammate.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Nowitzki for three. Another three for Dallas.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter.
Here we go,
Here's Westbrook. He's got 22. From the line. No good off the back of the rim. And so it's Dallas, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
We should never get beat like that in transition when they throw the ball. Those points add up right now. Let's be locked in and focused right now.
Billy Donovan, as you can tell, not too happy, failing to get back on defense. A major sin in the game of basketball, especially from his standpoint.
Yeah, and anytime you get severely out-hustled, you're going to hear about it from your coach. And you should if he's worth anything.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for the Mavericks, Porzingis is out there with Dwight Powell. And there's Jackson. Then it's Lee. And it's Brunson in at the point. Lee gets the bucket.
Courtney Lee, as a two-guard, can get physical, and I love that he didn't back down on that possession.
Here's Schroeder. Not wasting any time. And taking the shot and knocking it down. It's been all Mavericks. Here's Brunson from deep three-point range. No good from Lee. Pass to Diallo. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. The feed to Powell. Shoots over Grant. And another basket for Dallas.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Knocked loose. Here's Brunson, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Brett, they're always trying to make the All-Star game itself more competitive. Is that an important thing to do?
I don't think overall it's important to do it, Kevin. I mean, it is an exhibition, but I do like the attentiveness of the players over the past couple of years talking about how it is they want to approach the game. It ends up being a high-scoring affair with a lot of highlights, but overall, it's not the most important thing for the weekend.
Nader's shot's good. And so here is Dallas. Here's Brunson. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
That's a bad miscue, but I think they've done a really good job keeping control of the ball throughout the game.
Schroeder kicks to Grant. Here's Diallo, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Brunson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brunson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he's also crafty with how he approaches it. Right there, he uses just the right move to lay it in.
Jackson with it, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for the Thunder. Raymond Felton. And so Grant will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Nader kicks to Diallo. Passes it to Grant. One team owner proposed that we should abolish the draft and have free agency for rookies, maybe giving lesser teams a bigger pool of money to spend. Just some of the ideas these teams are in the league is throwing out there.
Well, that's an interesting idea. The one that I heard about last summer was in Houston trying to flip-flop free agency and the draft so that all of a sudden what you can do is draft players after it is that you've made all your free agent acquisitions, so you could draft positionally, you know you're set up for your team next year. And the more I've thought about that, Kevin, coming into this season, the more I like it. So we'll see what kind of traction that gets.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
A three-pointer is right on target.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
Measury, he's checked in for Powell. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Nader over Lee, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And the first one at the line is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the fourth. The three from Porzingis. Good on the triple. Porzingis has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, I don't think you have to tell Porzingis twice to take shots like that. Once the ball's in his hands, he's looking to the rim.
Mavericks have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them. Some nice passing here by Dallas. There's Jackson with the three. Another three for Dallas.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Dallas.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And on the season, this is going to be their third win in 4 games against this team. Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. Inside, it's deflected. And here's the fast break. Felton leading the way. From down in the low post, it goes.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
There's Jackson with the three. Another three for Dallas.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
Tonight they have stuck with what they do well, handling all the exterior pressure, and they're likely to come out on top here. Oh, man, gotta love that pass there. Couldn't ask for a better one.
The tray, and he's good on the three ball.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, not a bad time to be ripping the nets from distance, piling up some major points here.
Here's Nader for three. Felton misses. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And this just in, Shaquille O'Neal has decided to unretire. He'll be returning to the rap game. Oh, it's April Fool's.
Oh, yeah.
We got him, Ernie. We got him.
I was going to bring out my...
A stunning view of the moon over our broadcast location tonight in Dallas, Texas. Welcome to 2K Sports presentation of the NBA, but the bad news is there is no basketball, there is no NBA. The game has been canceled. Ha-ha! Happy April Fool's Day, baby! This is the NBA, and we've got a great one in store. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Home court advantage, and David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Guys, Joel Embiid is listed at 7.
He is tremendous size and skill to match DA. Thanks. Some teams see Webb now struggling. Others are surging. It's the mad dash to determine playoff seedings, and it's fun to watch.
And for fans of the underdog, this is why we play out the season. Only the strong prevail. Survival of the fittest. Everybody wants a chance to try to make sure that their team is the one to win. So, yeah, struggling is common for everyone. How do you handle those struggles, and how do you get through them? And usually it's with teamwork, chemistry, and, again, some hard work at the end.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Joel Embiid out there with Scott. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Jonathan Simmons. And it's Simmons in at the point guard position. Tries it from 9. And it's blocked by Simmons. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. 13 feet away. The shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
Yeah, and they can't afford a repeat of that. They need a lot more minutes out of their core group tonight.
It's Scott on the wing. Got a piece of it. It's 2-on-1. Kleba with the bucket.
And aggressive defense causing the mistake, then cashing in.
What a beautiful steal off of great anticipation. His instincts right there were right on.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Embiid with it. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Minnesota. 5 on the clock, and a wide open look for Simmons. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Count that one.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw tonight.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And think about, Kevin, this talented 76ers team. Coach Brown helped shape and form the core of this roster. I mean, he's come up with the group much as they have grown under him.
And maybe that'll get them going. They need to find a rhythm.
Well, yeah, it took them a while to get those first points. Maybe this will help their confidence just a little bit.
And here's Barea outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Barea's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That's his first foul. On defense, the Mavericks. And it's Butler missing.
No flow to their offense at all yet. I mean, just 1 for 5 from the floor to start the game.
He gives them a double-digit lead. He's got 7.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. A post-All-Star break look now at how the breakdown between three-pointers and other shots have been for Dallas.
And clearly they haven't been shy about launching it from long range. That's the way the league has been going, and they are certainly embracing that trend.
Outside, Simmons. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Scott, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Scott's got his first points of the game.
Look at the unselfishness of Embiid, Kevin. I mean, he's solid and realizing when one of his guys is uncovered.
Nowitzki for three. Another three for Dallas.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
The 76ers trail by 11. Simmons on the wing. Turned in an outstanding game against Minnesota. Good on the short little jump shot. Simmons got his second basket.
And you see how comfortable Simmons is. I mean, he has the size and touch to be effective down there.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Only 5 games left on the season. Let's quickly take a look at how the playoff field is stacking up out west. Take a look at the Warriors. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And checking out Dallas, down 5 spots from them.
And you know, for the Mavericks, so much has gone right for them this season. They've needed some breaks to go their way, and it feels like they've gotten them all. Now they're poised for success in the playoffs.
They've created their own breaks, Greg. I mean, because of how they've played throughout the entire season. But now is when things really start to get tough.
Well, see, Webb, there were a ton of huge personalities on this 76ers team, from the stars right on down to the rotation players.
Well, it starts with the Embiid. You know, he's talking junk out there. And think about the quiet swagger that Simmons plays with. This group genuinely get along, and they play for each other. The trials they went through to get here as a core, they should have all the confidence in the world.
Chris, the last few years, talk of expansion has come up. Are we ready, you think, in the NBA to add some more teams?
I think we are. Now, expanding to 32 teams might stretch the talent a little bit thin, but I think we could handle a couple of years with that because of the youth of the players. And it could actually switch it up a little bit. I mean, come on, Kevin. You like me. You're a big basketball and big sports fan. You know we have to have a team in Seattle.
I would love to see it. Absolutely.
I mean, come on. You know how crazy those fans were. You know we have to have that come back. And then there's some places. Think about how great Oklahoma City is.
Yes.
And how they've just embraced this Thunder team. There might be a couple more places out there with that type of passion and fans saying, listen, if you give us a team, we promise we'll nurture it, take care of it, and root for it the loudest. And I like having that. I think it's time to definitely investigate expansion, and we got to get back to Seattle first and foremost.
Now, here's Redick. He's covered closely. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got his 3rd bucket of the night. Dallas leading by 11. A 15-footer, and a little luck that time, but it drops.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Timberwolves at Target Center. Scored the basket, his 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Redick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
Here's Brunson, and another basket for Dallas.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
Simmons passes to Scott, and he gets it to go.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Nowitzki outside. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
The 76ers trailed by 14. Right side, Simmons. Shoots from 14. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
They get it back, and the shot is good from Nowitzki. There's 10 seconds left in the first. Simmons, the bounce pass. 4 seconds left. 2 on the clock. Good on the jump shot.
Oh, man, he's a polished interior player. I love seeing Embiid establish himself down low and then go to work.
And so it's Dallas, sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Tough nose Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise.
You call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call it, but with that comes a lot of, some people.
And that's what he worked for, and he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And, guys, we've seen a competent-looking Mavericks team out there.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you what, when you allow them to speed up the tempo, there's a good chance you're going to fall behind.
Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Doncic. Then there's Harris. Then there's Measuring. And it's Barea in at the 1 spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. Harris looking it over. Hits it from three-point range. And the Mavericks lead by 19.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
McConnell kicks to Simmons. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
You can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. I mean, he's fantastic at seeing when one of his guys is open.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. Timeout. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Timeout called the 76ers. Chris, do you think hustle is a skill? And if you do, I want to even tackle that, who are some of the guys that you think hustle is as much as any players in the league?
Not only is hustle a skill, but your motor and hustle is the most underrated skill in basketball, I believe. Think about Draymond Green's impact in Oakland.
Yes.
What he's done for that team. How about a Patrick Beverly, Marcus Smart, Kawhi Leonard? These guys definitely can change the pace of the game, especially in the playoffs where every possession matters and the fans are hung on every movement that you do. The fans are waiting and anticipating every play, and all they want is someone to do something so they can get up and get excited. Well, nothing gets a crowd more excited than diving on the floor, saving a possession for your team. You getting a layup on the other end, and these are the guys I would bet first that would make a play like that happen.
Skill indeed. Good point. Some time now to show you which rookies had the greatest impact offensively over the course of the last month. Third is Luka Doncic.
And those numbers have started to set him apart offensively from most of the other rookies in the league.
left side, Butler. Back to Simmons. Passes to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Mejri, and it falls over the rim and in. Embiid's got 6 points.
And the touch Embiid has on his jumper, I mean, looking so soft and accurate coming out of his hand.
And the rejection by Embiid. There's the pass to Simmons. Lays it up off the glass. 10 points for him.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Now, here's Doncic, defended by Butler. Basket counts.
And the level of concentration that Doncic has, even under pressure, this guy is cool as a cucumber.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Redick against Harris. Here's Embiid. And the wide open shot from Redick. Again, Philadelphia.
Oh, the feed was perfect. The timing, the placement, everything was right on the money.
You know, C-Web, J.J. Redick has just continued to age well. He's a fantastic player now into his 30s.
Well, Redick keeps adding to his game, but the shooting never changes. He shot well over 40 from deep for his career. Redick is a player who doesn't rely on his burst or his first step to score. I mean, he can keep playing like this for a long time.
Butler finds Redick. Outside Butler. Inside. And Simmons slams it in.
Playing to his strengths on the offensive end. Simmons, I mean, an added bonus whenever he catches fire.
Dallas moving it around. Mejri, the pass to Porzingis. From deep three-point range. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
The versatility of Simmons, astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. Trains the three-pointer.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Butler kicks to Embiid. Shoots over Mejri. Mavericks with the rebound.
Not the guy you expect to be missing a bunch.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Mejri, and Lee's subbed in for Harris. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Marjanovic checked in for Embiid.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
And the 76ers call time here. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Well, extremely accurate throughout the evening. I thought the play calling really fit the lineups they were rolling out.
Simmons checked in for J.J. Redick. 1:27 left in the first half. Shot from 12. And that one's good by Butler. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
And Lee is valuable because of how he spaces the floor with the shooting. He is dangerous from outside.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Here's Marjanovic. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And it's 9 points for Luka Doncic.
But if you thought the D was going to tighten up on him here in the second quarter, think again.
Here's Butler. A shot off that time. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
Nowitzki for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Here's Barea. It's deflected. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. And Simmons slams it in.
You better stay with Simmons, especially on the break. He's dangerous. He leaks out, and he's going to cash in.
Lee. And Lee with the stuff.
Look at this. I like this. Team basketball. Keeping the ball moving till they find the right shot.
Up in time. That shot off. And so it's Dallas. Finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what's your take?
The thing I've noticed more than anything is how well they spread the floor at the offensive end. Their spacing has been fantastic, and the end result has been a lot of good looks from three-point land. And now they've established themselves from long range, and the defense has to adapt. They're in really solid position right now.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half.
And that should do it with the...
The skyline of Dallas illuminating the night sky as we welcome you back to the Lone Star State. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
Dallas shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the 76ers. They've got Simmons. Mike Scott out there with Embiid. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Simmons in at the point. It's good. Embiid's got 8 points.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you spend all that time in the locker room trying to get mentally prepared. Then you come out, give up that.
Yep, it counts.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
Simmons finds Simmons. Shoots from the line. They get it again. And Embiid throws it down.
I mean, stellar work on the offensive glass. Embiid, I mean, his reach helps him track down many second chance opportunities.
That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
Well, he's played a smart and strong game. His field goal percentage proves it.
That's tipped. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And a terrific bit of chaos there in the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc.
Out of bounds.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And the 76ers call time here. Chris, when you were playing, you moved between a couple teams. What's the hardest part about getting traded that fans may not understand?
One is your ego. You don't want to usually leave. If you didn't ask for a trade, you don't want to leave that town, that city, the fans, or the players that have become friends. If you happen to be a parent, think about it. Your kids may be switching schools in the middle of the year. What if you have a kid that's in his senior year of school and you have to be traded and you may have to take the family with you? So many just tough situations for individuals and for families. The bond you develop with fans in the city and players, members of the organization is very strong, and so it's a lot of times it's shocking and hurtful. It's how quickly can you adjust, because that new team wants you and needs you badly.
Good insight. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Barea against Simmons. Right side, Butler shoots the 3. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Mavericks have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open, and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Mejri comes in for Maxi Kleber, and Harris subbed in for J.J. Barea. Wasted no time on that one. 14 points for Luka Doncic.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Takes the 13-footer, and no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jimmy Butler.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Dallas, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And he knocks down the first one. Korkmaz checked in for Philadelphia. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. They get a hand on it, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. And with this chance, let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard and find out who the top assist men are among the first-year players. Second, Luka Doncic.
A number of gifted passers entering the NBA this season, and he's right up there among the very best. I like what I've seen from him as a distributor.
Mejri with the steal. Here's Doncic. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Shot from the inbound. Again, the Mavericks score.
He is dominating this quarter. He sees a soft spot in the D, and he's attacking it.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Redick passes to Simmons. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Dallas making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. Marjanovic checked in for Philadelphia. Porzingis against Embiid. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And there it is again. They get careless with the basketball, and immediately it costs them.
They need this. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Look at that burst of speed. Look how well Simmons used that to get to the lane he wanted to get to the rim. You're going to pay for it. Well, think back to when Ben Simmons was first drafted as the top pick in 2016. Everyone knew he could be a playmaker as a small forward. But really, he functions fully as a point guard when he's out on the floor.
Lee's checked in for Doncic. 1:49 left to play here in the third. Simmons. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of this. And Chris, Simmons, a player that almost transcends the traditional basketball position.
He's a playmaker, plain and simple. He has the height and vision and skill to line up anywhere. Simmons, he could be viewed as a generational talent when it's all said and
T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Simmons.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. .127 left in the third quarter of the game. Redick for 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. 32 points in the game.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
McConnell kicks to Embiid. To the paint. Makes it off the glass. Marjanovic has got his second bucket.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Here's Porzingis, and that one is good.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
McConnell with it. Devin Harris covering. And the call will be against Harris. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Philadelphia shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Dallas with the ball. Power down with both hands.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
Yeah, they've come out of the break with an eye toward efficiency. One of the advantage they hold in this game.
McConnell finds Embiid, and they double up Embiid. Redick for 3. Mejri with the rebound. Redick's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. to Porzingis. On the wing, Lee. Pass to Porzingis. On the wing, Harris. Another three for Dallas. And so it's Dallas, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. 76ers shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. They've got Porzingis. Trey Burke is out there with Lee. And there's Jackson. And it's Kleba in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. 6 on the shot clock. Redick up top, guarded by Jackson. A shot by McConnell, no good. And so here is Dallas. Here's Kleba, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Kleba's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Mavs. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Marjanovic passes to McConnell. 76ers moving the ball around. Lee against Redick. Johnson in the corner. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Knocked away. Here are the Mavericks now. Here in the fourth quarter. Their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. It's good.
The tenacity, the attention to detail. It's why these guys are in complete control.
Well, they continue to extend the lead. Terrific play on both ends of the court.
Passes it to Korkmaz. McConnell with it. Guarded by Jackson. It's Redick on the wing. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got his fourth assist in this one.
Exceptional at shooting off the pass. Redick's rapid-fire release often comes in handy.
There's Jackson with the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going that way.
And it's the Mavericks on the break. Plays it up and banks it in. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Buries the long-range jumper.
That's a good way to boost his three-point percentage. Take advantage of some soft defense.
Lee outside. Out to the wing. Porzingis, that's a 2. Again, the Mavericks score.
They lean on him for a big portion of their scoring with a good reason.
Philadelphia's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
Terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
The Mavericks have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go win. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. And he gets the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's McConnell. And the layup's good off the glass. Here's Burke. Courtney Lee is on the wing, covered by Redick. Porzingis kicks to Burke, over McConnell. And there's Burke. That's good on the assist by Porzingis. 6 points for Trey Burke. The 76ers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Here's Korkmaz. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
I don't know if that was by design or by accident, but the D not paying any attention to him.
Here's Burke. Another 3 for Dallas. And it comes to playing the role of villain in the eyes of many NBA fans. You know, you've got LeBron going to Miami, Durant leaving OKC, going to Golden State. C-Web, is having someone to root against good for the league? It seems to build some passion in sports for sure.
I mean, there can never be a hero without a villain.
Sure.
Even if that villain is temporary for one season. So one of the great things about the NBA is that our off season normally is just as exciting as the main season because of the trades and who's going where and the changing of allegiances, of alliances. I mean, so I definitely love all the movement. And, you know, the great thing is you're never going to agree with what any player does 100% the whole time. So I love seeing the changes in the league and having someone to root against. I think it's good for the fan soul to have somebody that you can honestly root against.
That's fun. It's Redick on the wing from the arc. Cans it from downtown. Redick's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Mavericks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
Here's Kleba. He gets that one.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
And that one's good. Marjanovic.
Oh, that's a nice look. Recognizing he had the opening to make the entry pass.
To the middle. Here's Kleba. That one falls coming off Burke's feet.
I tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Well, a well-earned victory, feeding off the energy of this hometown crowd really all night.
Now, here's Marjanovic. He's guarded closely. Here's Johnson. Nice D from Porzingis. Launches it. Basket good.
I don't think we'll ever see another 7'3" player who can drain the three like Porzingis. He takes the idea of that inside-outside threat to a whole nother level.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.